Alrighty then, back once again for another reaction. This time it's RWBY, Volume 4, Chapter 7, Punished. And as I said at the end of the last video, this is my last recording of the night, and yeah, I just could not resist that cliffhanger. Whoever it was right. That was one hell of a cliffhanger, because who doesn't want to jump right into the next episode and see Qrow facing off against a high-tier opponent? I know I sure don't. Yeah, but it's time to get this started. Tyrian is quite creepy and scary, and the way he ruthlessly came through and tore RWBY's aura down in a matter of moments, he's a pretty competent fighter. So, and we learned that he's a Farness with a scorpion tail, which makes him even deadlier. So it makes sense that this assassin, fight-loving sort of thing, would have a poisonous tail. So, but I hope he doesn't tag anyone with that. Oh, checking in with you again. Confirm with me what's going on with this Ozpin stuff.
I never agreed to these terms.
It's part of the living under my roof contract. Read the fine print and come wash up.
That's very true. The roof owner, what they say goes. It is in his head.
Oscar.
Okay.
Oscar.
I've decided you're not real, so you might as well just give up.
I understand how you're feeling. I went through the same panic and confusion.
What are you talking about?
It's not real. It's not real. It's not real.
I can assure you, you are perfectly sane.
I'm talking to a voice in my head.
I didn't say you were normal. I said you were sane. There's quite a significant difference.
Shut up! You think this is funny? It's not.
Were you talking to me?
Agreement on that matter, I promise you. Believe me, I wish this weren't the case. But as I've told you, our aura, our souls are combined.
But how did you do that, Ozpin?
I'm done listening to you.
From all the way down below Beacon.
Have you ever been to Haven?
I told you I'm not going, and I told you I'm done listening.
Do you think you could describe the headmaster's office?
No, why would I know that? I've never seen...
Try. Right now.
Sharing his consciousness.
It's probably... It's autumn colored. With a large mahogany
This
desk.
is a good way to convince him.
There's a
Well
small
played,
table
Ozpin.
with chairs in the corner for guests. With a tea set that...
Gotta have his tea.
I gave him. Why did I say that? Why do I know that? Why did I say that?
Because I helped build that school. And the tea set was a gift to the man running it now.
Of course.
If you don't believe me, you can look it up. If
I'm
I
very
recall,
intrigued.
Your aunt has several books on Mistral downstairs.
To where this is
You
leading.
can find a picture in one of them.
That's right. I must have seen it in a picture.
All I'm after is a concrete explanation and flashback.
I have a grave responsibility to uphold. We both do.
I never agreed to anything.
No, you didn't. And neither did I at first. But you do have an opportunity.
For what?
Greatness, hopefully. Greatness in knowing that when the world needed help, you...
I'm not gonna make a Donald Trump joke.
It won't come without hardship, without sacrifice. But I know you don't want to live the rest of your life working as a farmhand in Mistral.
So you just decided to read my thoughts?
Well, they're our thoughts now.
Just like in that Doctor Who episode, a door once opened can be entered both ways.
Supper time.
Yeah, it's going cold, dude. Oh dear.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Do you have any idea what your stunt cost us? And don't think I'm just talking about Lien here. Our reputation. Our...
Well, that's it. Our reputation.
I want to leave.
I beg your pardon.
Again.
I said I want to leave. I don't want to stay here anymore. I don't want to stay in Atlas anymore.
Young lady, I don't give a damn about what you want. This isn't about
That much
you.
has been
This is
clear
about
from the
Schnee
beginning.
Family name and your apparent insistence on dragging it through the mud.
I have done
Says
nothing
the one
but
dragging it
fight
through
to
the mud.
uphold the honor of my family name, a name that you married into. Ah!
Punch him
Behavior of
back.
Yours is incredibly disappointing. You couldn't possibly understand the lengths I've gone to in order to keep this family where it is.
I can imagine reactors everywhere
Running
blowing
off
up
like your
over this
sister is
scene.
going to make the Schnee name stronger. You're wrong. Siding with her only divides us.
I'm not siding with anyone. I'm doing what I feel is right, and that does not include wasting my time up here with these clueless people in Atlas. The Schnee family legacy isn't yours to leave. It's mine. And I'll do it as a huntress.
No, you won't. You're not leaving Atlas. You're not to leave the manor grounds unless I specifically allow it.
And what leverage do you
going to
have?
Remain here, out of sight and out of trouble, until you and I come to an agreement on your future.
What?
Your presupposition that you can simply have whatever it is you want is a clear sign of our failure as parents. But from now on, I'll be giving you the full attention you require, starting by keeping you where I can see you.
What did I say?
You can't just keep me from leaving.
Rapunzel.
I can, and
Keep
the
her
staff
trapped.
here will make sure of it.
So now I'm just your prisoner?
You are my daughter. You're a child. And children are grounded when they misbehave.
This is only going to make it worse, Father. People will ask questions. They'll want to know why the heiress to the Schnee Dust Company is suddenly nowhere to be found.
Which is why you are no longer the heiress to the Schnee Dust.
Daddy's little boy. Yeah.
Excuse me?
Clearly,
A lot's
the trauma
changed
you
while you've been
endured
away.
at the fall of Beacon was too much for you. Which is why you've generously revoked your claim to the company and its
Ooh,
earnings.
you evil
Passed them on to
bastard.
your brother Whitley.
Now, you see, in real life,
Time to
I'm a
wake
very
up.
forgiving
Face reality.
person. But since this is fiction, you could go ahead and kill this fucker. Just kill him. I really don't care about him. And that's not something I say lightly. Fuck every part of him. Tear him to pieces and throw him to the Beowulfs. Oh my god.
Whitley?
Yes, sister?
Did you know about this?
About what?
You never liked Winter. You never liked me. But you've been nothing but supportive since the moment I came back.
If being kind to my big sister is some sort of crime, then I suppose I'm guilty.
You wanted this to happen.
It's foolish not to do as Father asks.
I can't believe you.
Don't worry, Weiss. The Schnee family name is in good hands.
Well, this is not what I was expecting. I came for a badass Qrow fight, and I am getting my heart torn to pieces. Very nice. She kept it by her side. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Live and breathe. Qrow Bronwyn. A true huntsman has entered the fray.
Let's see him in action.
I don't know. This guy's weird.
Look, pal.
Off
I'm
his
not sure
rocker.
who you are, but you need to leave my niece alone.
It's nice that they're ending on this.
Why,
Bring the
friend,
spirit
my
back up.
name is Tyrian, and I'm afraid that is not possible. My assignment from Her Grace was to retrieve this young girl. So, that is what I must do. One does not upset.
I love the way he speaks.
Queen?
Salem.
Who?
I think we've had enough talk now, don't you?
You took the words right out.
You won't even let him finish. Ah! I am gluing my eyes to this. Woo! Similar to what John started to do. You know, create a wind vacuum with the sword. Yeah. This guy's instincts are on point.
Don't come closer.
Yeah, he's kind of on the level. Oh, sniper support. Good thinking. Though, yeah, this fight's a bit too quick. I like how it makes Ruby a versatile fighter, that she's got an up-close weapon that can also be a long-range weapon. It's the best of both worlds. Oh, that's just galling. Qrow, I just punch a bitch. Screw it. I bet he's been in many bar fights over his life. I assume he's going to turn it into a scythe at some point. Yeah, here we go. Oh, with the acrobatic tricks! Ah, I love this fight. Come on, full scythe transformation, not just bits and pieces. Ah! I love the tricks with physics RWBY can do with that scythe. Oh, nice! Oh. Both of their auras have faded.
Ruby, do you wish to be taken?
No, but I won't stand by and watch someone get hurt.
Oh, because she had to watch Pyrrha get arrowed. Though, you know, she'd say that anyway, but thinking about that is like, ooh.
Ruby, what did I say? Get back!
This is my fight too!
Yes, this is her business. She's being targeted. Scorpion poison. Now, how strong is that? Because he's half human. Oh! Overconfidence.
You bitch!
Oh, wow, I think that's the first time they've fully sworn.
She'll forgive you.
Hasty retreat. Yeah. Yeah, I thought so. Both of their auras were down. That's why he could get wounded, and he could get wounded.
I'll be fine. He just grazed me.
But you still need treatment somewhere.
What's that guy?
How did you get here? Why are people after Ruby?
The real questions.
What's going on?
He's a scorpion, duh. Poisoned.
What's your favorite fairy tale?
Is that gonna lead into something? What's your favourite fairy tale? That's what Ozpin asked before he, started talking about the maidens thing with Pyrrha. Said, I don't know what Qrow means by that, unless he's just trying to be funny, and I didn't quite get it, but... Oh my gosh, poor Qrow. That was such a badass fight, though. And I understand why RWBY felt the need to get involved, but that cost, because Qrow saving her from the beam meant he was wide open. But then Tyrian, it was kind of amusing that he then lost his own guard, which is kind of disappointing, because while it's in character, because he take glee in causing harm to someone, he was doing so well and reacting so instinctively up until that point, being a master fighter, and then to be randomly shot just didn't seem right. But as I say, it was completely in character, so I assume a slip-up can happen from time to time. It was just the worst possible time because it wrecked what he was trying to do. He was in a bit too much pain to fight any longer. Time for a hasty retreat. But oh gosh, what a scary encounter that was. But I have to say, the thing that surprised me and impressed me and knocked me over the most about this episode was Weiss. Seeing her that upset was just awful, and seeing her father hit her was like a big screen of red over my eyes. Like, that kind of scene will always get to me, because I am against a parent ever laying their hand on a child. I do not abide by it at all. No, regardless of how you were brought up, how something worked for you, I just can't. I can't. Yeah, so Papa Schnee is certifiedly unredeemable from the point of impact. I think he is destined for death now. I think narratively he's put the nails in his coffin. He is done. Like, fair enough. You never know what can happen. It's fiction. The story will go a different way. But as far as I'm concerned, he's dead meat. Like, he's just got nothing anymore. And it's especially important that Weiss brought up that he's the one that married in. It was her mother that was part of the Schnee bloodline. So, he married into a successful family and then tries to take all the high collar for that success. Oh, that makes it even worse. It's not even anything he's earned. Like, fair enough if he was just someone taking too much pride in something he'd done and getting carried away with it. Like, if he actually did build himself up or something, but to have married into it and then strut around like he's owned it, invented it, and no, just no. And Weiss is making a strong push in the favourite character rankings. I mean, I already loved her for the development she went through in the first 3 volumes, but what she's been doing in this volume have just been skyrocketing her numbers. Like, from telling everyone how it was at the ball to now telling her father how it is. Like, this is going to be the episode so far that I'm going to love watching reactions to the most. And the previous one, mainly for the Weiss scenes and the shock the good kind of shock value it represents and gives to the audience. And of course, there will be decent reactions to Qrow getting stabbed and just Tyrion's all-out creepy assault on RWBY and stuff, but things are already getting serious, and this is technically still the middle of the volume. Amazing. Yeah, so we've gotten past the first 6, 7 technically, and so we have got the remaining 5 to go. So I assume this is where the snowball starts, with Qrow being poisoned, Weiss being Rapunzeled. I reckon that in the next episode we might see things going downhill with Lake and Yang situations. Or we get a contrast, and Blake and Yang might be getting even more hopeful. Because wouldn't that be an interesting parallel? Blake and Yang were left in states of despair after the Volume 3 finale, while RWBY and Weiss got off relatively scot-free. I say relatively because RWBY still had to watch Pyrrha die and Weiss was unhappy with their situation, but in the grand scheme of things, one pair had it worse off than the other. And yet, things have gone very south for the good pair right now. And so, does this mean we could be getting an interesting parallel with the previous worst pair getting higher? Or are they going to tumble back down so everyone is low and we go through some more pain? I wouldn't put it past them after what they did. I wouldn't put it past them at all. But, so I think anything that I could have said about this has been said over the course of it. I felt pretty much every emotion as I've been watching these 3 episodes. I've been angry at Papa Schnee and that rich douche and everyone at the party. Basically, fuck all of Atlas except Ironwood and Weiss and Winter so far. And I suppose her mum, because she obviously isn't happy. She's out drinking in the courtyard every day. Like, you need to get your life together and kick this no good husband out. You really do. He's got a stranglehold on everyone, and and it was breaking my heart so badly to see Weiss sobbing into the bed, but I'm also glad that she quickly... What was good about that part was that she wasn't going to spend the whole time crying like that. She's too strong of a character for that, and it was shown. She let it all out, what she was feeling, her frustrations and anguish and stuff, but then that's when, after she got it all out, she felt a bit better. She then took action and decided she was going to break out. Like, getting her weapon out and stuff. So that was a really cool balance. It shows that it's alright to let your emotions out from time to time, but she didn't let them control her. She regained control of her own situation and decided on what she was going to do next. That was perfect for me. Yeah, Tyrian, it was immensely fun to see him fighting. As expected, he has an almost Ty-Lee-like fighting style. It's very flexible, jumping around everywhere. And I love how ruthless and efficient he is. Like, despite his wild style, straight in, aura cut on RWBY, and Qrow is no slouch. And he wore down Qrow's aura before RWBY got involved. Like, they both came out of that house, their auras both depleted. Next blow ends it. And it's just unfortunate for Qrow that his focus was stolen in time to get a scorpion cut. So, as he said though, it grazed him, which I think will be the factor that saves him. If he gets treatment for whatever poison it is, I assume that the doctor might say, if he'd have taken a direct scorpion stab, it would have probably been very, very, very fatal. But just getting a graze might mean the dosage was small enough that it's survivable. That's what I'm going with. Because it would be kind of an anticlimactic way for Qrow as a character to bite the dust. So I think that they're going to just have to be looking after a diseased and weakened Qrow for a bit and dealing with the Grim on their own. And then eventually he'll be cured, or the poison will wear off, or however this works. So, yeah, wow. I think this is a perfect place to be stopping, because after being bombarded with all that, I think I need a bit of a break from RWBY now, so I'll probably continue recording tomorrow, so I will see you guys next time.